Hello everyone, my name is Jason Mays. I work in a team called Creative Innovation here at Google, and I just want to talk to you about a 20% project I've been working on, which I've named the Transporter. What the Transporter allows you to do is create immersive street view experiences for your brand or maybe just for yourself. And I think the best way to show you some of the features is to actually give you a demo right now. So let me just flip the sound on. So as you can see, we've got a Street View like experience, although it's important to note that this is not actually Street View itself. This is a completely bespoke implementation using HTML5 technologies such as JavaScript, CSS3, and of course HTML5. And what we're doing here, it allows us to cache things in advance, so we can get a video-like experience. So if I click on Continue, you can see we're taking through the experience in a video-like manner, which is very cool. Now we've also got positional sounds, so as you can hopefully hear in the recording, it came from the right hand side, which of course is where the lungs are for these animal sounds. So we can continue going on our journey, and the brand can integrate their own content into the system as well. So you've got waypoints, and at those waypoints you can integrate text, video, or even images if you wanted to. So it allows you to give a geographical context to whatever it is that you're trying to provide. So that's very cool, but how do we go about creating this experience? Well, using the editor, we can do this in just a matter of minutes, which is very, very cool. So now we're entering the editor, and if I sign in, I'll just mute the music for now. You can basically give your experience a title and a quick description to tell people what it's all about. There's an option here to specify a general ambient sound that's continuously playing in the background, and that can either loop or not loop. So that just gives you the general ambience. So in the demo I did before, that was the wind sound that you were hearing, which was just always, no matter where you went in the experience, the wind was always there with you. You then come to a Google Maps-like editor. So in this, we can obviously look around and go somewhere. So let's say I want to go to Bristol. Whoops. And it's now taking me to Bristol in England, and I can go and look for somewhere that I'm familiar with. So let's just go to Park Street here, and if I just click on here, I can start placing waypoints on the map, which allows me to configure the route. And if I have made a mistake, I can simply just drag it around, or I can right click, and if I wanted to, I could just delete this waypoint like so. So let's put that back in again and drag it up to the top of Park Street, which is around here. And obviously we can set other properties for this as well. So if I right click this, I can give it a name. So welcome to the experience, and I can give it a description just to further elaborate on what's going on here. So this is a nice park. There's an option to also set a YouTube video ID. So as you saw in the previous experience, the video will also play when you then get to that waypoint. I won't do that for now, but you get the idea. You can use any YouTube video that you like. And I'm just going to also set the final waypoint, so end of tour, and this is where I graduated. Cool, so we've got 2 waypoints in this very short experience. You can add up to 10 in the first version of this system. And you can also place 3D positional sounds, so I can place sounds anywhere on the map, and as I'm going through the experience, the sounds will appear to come from that location in your speakers. So if it's to the right of me, it will be played more from the right speaker, and so on and so forth. And of course, these sounds themselves have properties as well. So you can give it a name, a URL to the sound, and it's important to note that these URLs, if you're going to reference an external site, need to be CORS compatible. So you need to set the cross-origin resource sharing attribute in the headers for that file from your server. Otherwise, the HTML5 components won't be able to play it from your server. So assuming that's all okay, you can set options for looping, if it's visible on map, its volume, and its effective sound range. So as you can see, you can drag them around, and these are just 2 bird sounds, which are the default sounds for now. So if I just go ahead and test that experience, it will go and pre-cache all of this in advance for me. And obviously I'm doing this over Wi-Fi, and it's not the best signal quality here, but it would be a bit faster if you had a wired connection. I've got a few ideas on how to improve the loading times as well, which I'll go into in a separate discussion. So we're almost there, and we're going to be launched into the experience in just a second. Here we go. And as you can see, the bird played straight away as we entered its radius. We're already in the radius at the bottom of the park. So as you can see, I've actually landed next to a bus. I could have changed this to be a bit more precise, but just beyond this is the park that I was referring to. You can see here it's called College Green. But let's hit continue, and we'll be taken up the road. Oops, let's look around. And there's the second bird. As we came into its radius, it started playing. And then here, of course, is the end of tour message that I configured earlier. So as you can see, in just a matter of minutes, we've managed to make something pretty cool. With a bit more time and dedication, you could add custom videos, images, text, and even more waypoints to make it more of a immersive experience. But it doesn't end there. You can do even more cool things here. So at this point, you could save and share. You would get a goo.gl link, which takes you to a link to view the experience in the non-editor mode. But just to show you what the other capabilities of a system are, you can also enable the microphone, which allows us to analyze the voice as I'm speaking. And I can do things like, OK Google, take me to Sydney. And as you can see, it's analysed my voice, it's picked up on that command, and it has taken me to Sydney. And I can walk around this location in like a first-person shooter style, not like the traditional Street View. And this is the reason I had to rewrite Street View from the ground up using a blank canvas in order to get these speed gains, which wasn't possible using the traditional API. So sounds are cool. And also we can use other commands such as OK Google, take me home. And as you can see, now it's using HTML5 geolocation to figure out where I am. And as you can see, this is in fact the Google office in London, which is correct. I am currently based in this office. So let's turn the sounds off for a second and go to the webcam. So here it's actually going to use face detection to find out where my face is. And I can look around the scene using my face. And just to prove to you here, I'm going to open up the debug panel to show that I'm not using my hands. And I can look around the scene with quite good accuracy. So if I want to stop on that blue object just there, I can move to the left a little bit and pause. Oh, there you go. So it's pretty good, and it feels very natural to do to a point. So there's much potential to use this in a novel way with the core experience going forwards. So that's just a quick overview of the transporter project I've been working on in my 20% time. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is just version 1. There's much more planned going forwards. Feel free to get in touch if you want to know more. Thank you.